Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Apparently, we need to get back into reviewing my sleep study from last time because my phone died in the middle of sleep. I did double check it before I started recording. It did make it until like 20-30 minutes before I woke up yet again. I don't know what's happening. I think my charger might be going out. It's kind of old, so it might be about that time. But this time it was the phone dying, not the app crashing. Like, my phone was just dead. Just a weird coincidence that we had it twice in, a week's time. But it is going to be 8% dozing, 63% snoozing, and 29% slumbering. It only went out about 15-20 minutes before I woke up, so we're fine. Let's see. That is, of course, going to be the snoozing type, and I'm wondering if we're going to see anything interesting today, given the snoozing type. I don't really remember what spawns here on the snoozing type, but we are going to get a pretty decent score, about 2.7 million drowsy power. 3 spawns is actually pretty good. So we're in a really good spot. So let's see what we're going to get. Hopefully something very nice. It looks like I see a Diglett down there, but it also looks like we're in a different place. So I wonder what we got. Here at the OGPP, I went to the old gold power plant yesterday right after it opened. Did not get very far on just sneaky snacking alone, but we did get a Fuecoco. Didn't even know that was a possibility here. Well, I guess it makes sense. Ghost type, favored berry here. Skeledirge, ghost type. Suppose that does make sense. All right, let's see what we got. Not a shiny Snorlax. That would have just been my luck to get one when I went off screen and nobody got to see it. But no shiny Snorlax, which is okay. And let's see, out of everything here, maybe Diglett is the one that I want to feed, but again, not really wanting to use any biscuits, wanting to wait until the event actually starts. So what is this, our 3rd or 4th day in a row of not actually catching anything? This place is really old and beat up. Looks like with these oil drums here, I'm guessing this used to be an oil burning power plant. But it's very overgrown. I do like this new terrain. I like the more natural vibe to it. It is, the barrels are the thing that are throwing me off. Typically we don't get, well, no, I guess, yeah, we do get some of this grunginess in some of the mainline Pokemon games. But it is kind of weird to see everything all dilapidated and broken down and oil drums left behind and things being reclaimed by nature. I like it, but it's kind of weird, but a very good design. I like it overall. Very strange that we chose to set up camp here right next to a couple of oil drums that who knows what was in them. Maybe it could be radioactive waste for all we know. And here we are just setting up our tent right next to it. But overall, I like the way it looks. So let's go ahead and move on. We're not catching anything today yet again, but it is what it is. So nothing we can do about that. Hopefully we'll see something else more interesting throughout the rest of the week. Fuecoco, probably the most optimal candy out of those 3 to send out, but I don't really feel like I had great choices, but it is what it is. We're going to get about 100 XP. Yeah, 159 research XP and 189 Dream Shards. All right. Unfortunately, didn't see any of the new Pokemon. I did at least make it to Basic 2, so one of them was on the table. I just don't think I had enough drowsy power for it. Let's go ahead and see how things are going. 24,802 sneaky snacking. That's gonna push us to Basic 3. Yeah, we're really climbing through the ranks now. We got 10 apples for going to bed on time. So we're in a good spot. Again, like I said yesterday, I kind of offered the advice of, if you're going to go to OGPP, just hang out, don't collect your sneaky snacking yet. That's what I'm going to do. I'm still not collecting any of my berries. I'm still just trying to stack up and save it until the event starts on Monday. To that end, a single trigger. Didn't get any triggers yesterday throughout the day outside of the 2 that you guys saw in the video. So kind of unfortunate that we only got those two. We got one there. I'm hoping to get one or two more at least throughout the rest of the day. But unfortunately, things just aren't looking too great. I know that we don't have a skill trigger on Raichu, so let's see. Kind of a status update of his inventory. It's looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty good, so I mean, we can't really complain too much. But not quite where I want to be. Raikou slacking a little bit, but I think that's because we just don't have the seeds to invest in Raikou at the moment. So kind of is what it is. But we're going to go ahead and grab our 100 sleep points. Puts us at 6,161. And for our daily lottery, we can grab a biscuit would be nice. Diamonds would be nice. I'll take a biscuit. Biscuits are good too. I do like the biscuits. With that said, I did obviously have to collect one of my Sleep Dex goal rewards to just come here in the first place. But I did save the other one. We can go ahead and collect this last one, get ourselves a main skill seed ×1 and a medium handy candy and 100 diamonds for getting 390 sleep styles recorded in the Dex. I really like that little jingle, that little victory jingle. It's nice. It's a good one. There was also a mention, let's see, I'm going to hold off before I read this, but there was a mention in the 340 sleep style Dex that Professor Narrowly was working on a quote unquote handy item, and it was in a different font color. It was in that orange font color that they like to use. So I'm wondering what they've got planned, and also how long are we going to have to wait for more sleep style Dex goals, because it seems like it would be tied to the sleep style Dex, given that that's when it was mentioned. Was like, hey, I'm gonna work on this handy item and see if I can't remember if he said if I'm gonna find it or if I'm gonna invent it, but he said something about a handy item that would be seemingly would be available later on once we get to other sleep style Dex goals. So that'll be interesting. The speculation has already started, and I don't know what it could be, but maybe I think the one speculation I saw was a handy incense. Maybe an incense where you can choose. Oh, wow. Screen completely blacked out. Maybe an incense where you can actually choose which Pokemon you want to use it on. That would be kind of cool. But I feel like it'd be very limited availability, so we wouldn't be able to use it that often. But it would be nice. But, I mean, all we got for now is speculation. Let me know what you think, what you're thinking that could be in the comments below. For now, let's move on, see if he says anything else. Well, look at this. Great job. You've now registered 390 sleep styles in your sleep style Dex. That certainly deserves a reward. So here, a main skill seed from me to you. Nice. Calling that out. You've probably noticed by now that each of your Pokemon has a special ability called a main skill. With a main skill seed, you can raise the level of that main skill by 1. Did we really need an explanation this far into the game? The effect of your Pokemon's main skill increases greatly when you level that skill up. Here, something to help as you work towards future Sleep Style Dex goals. I'll get going on setting up another new area for when you reach that goal. So keep up the good work on that sleep research. Yeesh. So, I don't know. Nothing really new other than, oh, I'm working on a new area, which, I mean, we knew was coming eventually. So, nothing new there, but the handy item, that's the big question. No new news. Somehow got a medal. What did I get a medal for? For getting basic 3. We just earned that medal too. Getting basic 3 on the old gold power plant for 1 small handy candy. You know what? I'll take it. Again, we're just doing sneaky snacking, not really trying to do anything crazy. So, not bad. And then for our community reports, we've got 43 of them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 that doubled up. Very good. Very good. No level ups today, though. But that's okay. There is one thing I am going to try to do. Probably only once or twice. I do want to see. I was kind of fortunate enough to get the salads. I don't want to make any of our old salads. I want to see. Cross chop salad is the one we might have enough to make, and I just want to do it the one time just to get some XP on it in case we get salads again next week. So let's see, it's 20 eggs. 15 sausage. I put too much. We're just gonna put the base amount. I don't have the tomatoes that we need. Okay, well, never mind. I also don't have the corn we need, so can't do this, unfortunately. I wanted to get it just to get some XP on it, but don't have the ingredients we need. And with us doing the overstacking and sneaky snacking, there is no way for me to get those ingredients unless I just use this brand new feature where we can use multiple ingredient tickets at once, and I can get what we need. Kind of a good use of ingredient tickets for me because I really don't like using them as a last-ditch effort to get what we need. But we can use 5 of them, and let's see. So we need tomatoes and corn. Come on. We didn't get any of what we needed at all. I do like this, though. This is a good feature where we can use multiples at once. Like it. Let's just use the medium. Let's see if we get it. Tomatoes and corn. Still, neither of them. Didn't get either of them. And that's exactly why I don't like using ingredient tickets to get what you need. It's better to just use them and just take what you get and plan around it rather than try to use them to make up what you're lacking. Unless you're starting off and you only have a few ingredients unlocked and you're almost certainly going to get what you need, then they're a good idea. But once you've unlocked more and more ingredients, it just gets less and less reliable to the point where if you've got everything unlocked, completely unreliable. You saw I just got 80 ingredients and not a single one of them was the 2 that I was looking for. So that's why we don't rely on them, but it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. So we're just going to make our little 1 sausage breakfast and yeah, we'll be done with it. I know I said Snorlax was on a diet. I was trying to give him a salad to help with that diet, but no luck. So just the 1 sausage, get a mixed salad, and we'll be done with it. All right. Not extra tasty this time around. That's okay. We are slowly just chilling out here. I really don't care what we get to in the final strength, but it's going to be very interesting. Let's see. Now that we're here, let's take a look. So to get to Master 1 is what we need for the event missions. 1,038,306 strength required to get to Master 1. It's a long way to go. However, I haven't even been here a full 24 hours, and on sneaky snacking alone, I've made it to 55,000. Well, sneaky snacking in two meals that were just 1 sausage each, basically 55,000. So I'm feeling pretty confident that we can get pretty far once we actually start making the mishes. Wow. Dishes. Once we start making dishes, my brain mixed up meals and dishes. Wow. Anyway, I'm feeling pretty confident that we can get pretty far. I don't know if we'll be able to get to Master 1. 1 million is a long ways away, and this island is not easy. The recommended RP, if I remember correctly, for Old Gold Power Plant is 15,000. Yes, 15,000 is the recommended RP. I don't know that I have a team that can even break 15,000 if I tried. I think the furthest I've gotten is like 14,000 before. I might be able to get 15,000, but it would just be a random team that would not be the best. So I don't know. We're definitely going to find out. We will have the 5% bonus on week 1 since we're here now. But I don't know. I'm fairly confident. I don't think it's impossible, but I'm just not sure. For now, we're going to go to the exchange. We're going to look at picking up that easy travel ticket. Make sure that we buy this every month. You want to pick this up every month just so you have a good stock of easy travel tickets for whenever you need them. Particularly when events come around and you want to re-roll the dish that you've got for the week. Or if you're trying to get a random set of berries and you want to try to get a more favorable set, you can use them for that as well. Or just use them to switch islands in the middle of the week when a new island comes out, like right now. So you can do that as well. For now, I'm going to hold off on buying anything else. I kind of want to let the stockpile a little bit before we use them, and we'll kind of figure out what we want to do once it gets closer to the start of the event. But for now, there's not really much else that we can do. Actually, I mean, it's going to be impossible for us to do right now, given what we're doing, but I could have got an Aeron incense, which is making the Aeron incense in the bundles look less appetizing. So yeah, before I go off on how much I didn't like those bundles from yesterday again, let's just move on. But we are very close. I think we'll get the mission complete for giving Snorlax the berries. The cooking should be done. Going to bed on time should be done. Befriending 10 Pokemon, probably not going to happen at this point. We do need to use some candies. So we need to figure out who we want to use candies on without using too many Dream Shards. But now for the sad part. Speaking of Dream Shards and using them, we do have pod expansions. And they're going to be painful. The first one's not that bad, 190k. It's painful, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That does leave us with 296k left, so that's okay. We got one pod expansion. We got 3 more. 260, we have enough. We have enough. It doesn't leave us with much, but we have enough. Puts us at 63. Let's see, with 63 at that point, that is making enough space to make pretty much every dish except for the like 2 powerhouse dishes in every category. No, for desserts we still can't make tea time corn scones. Okay, but we're getting close. If I could do one more. How much does it cost for one more? 340. We're going to be a little strategic here. I do have dream clusters I could use to get 340. That's a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting this third one to be closer to 450. So it's a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. However, still expensive. I have enough. I have a nice amount of Dream Shards that I could probably get at least one. But at this point, it doesn't make sense. Let me let you see what I'm looking at here. So for curries, there's nothing that getting to 69 pot space would allow me to cook that I can't already do. Outside of the 2 powerhouse dishes, the most pot space required is only 55. So I don't have to get to 69 right now. Kind of a similar story with salads. Green grass salad is 62. We're currently at 63. So we have the space to make this if we wanted. But getting a higher pot space wouldn't do us any good because we still wouldn't be able to make Defiant coffee dress salad. So there's no point in rushing right now other than to say we did. Desserts and drinks, similar story. Even if we got one more, which I think is all the dream clusters I would have enough for, I don't think, because when I did the math the other day, it only got me about 280, I don't know, somewhere just shy of 300,000 dream shards, which actually using all of these may not even get me to what I need. I know I've gotten a few more dream clusters since then, but I don't think it would be enough to make up that difference. So we may not even get enough to get to 66, but 66 still wouldn't let us make tea time corn scones. So even if we expanded right now, it wouldn't do us any good. So I think we wait until we get to level 60, then use the dream clusters and try to get enough dream shards to expand to hopefully max the pot capacity, but it's going to be a hot minute before we get there. And on top of that, we still have to figure out who we're going to use some candies on, because we got to use about 200 candies. So we're kind of in a tight spot right now. I mean, we did at least expand the pot a little bit to 63, so that lets us make the green grass salad without a pot expansion, so that's good. I don't know how effectively we can gather these ingredients. Maybe with the hybrid victory bell, we might be able to pull this off. 14 tomatoes and 9 potatoes, or maybe swapping the 2 victory bells in and out as needed. Then using Beware and Toxicroak would be a problem. Toxicroak doesn't bring us the oil we need, so we need a better oil gatherer. But yeah, for now, that's kind of where we're at. So we're gonna hold off. We're gonna hold off until we're level 60, then use the dream clusters, try to expand the pot then, and move forward from there. But that that kind of leaves us just chilling out here at the old gold power plant, hanging out, having a good time, hoping Raikou triggers a few more times. That would be great. Come on, buddy. I know I just got a main skill seed, but I don't want to use them on you. I feel like there's somebody better out there. Maybe this guy right here. Maybe, but yeah. For now, we're just kind of waiting and seeing how things go. But that's where I'm going to leave it for today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, Waite, Husky Star, and Jassy. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord. Come and join us and talk about Pokemon Sleep. Other than that, y'all have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes.